Hey yo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Welcome into Studio B of the CHGO studios here in the West Loop of Chicago. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host, Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. This is CHGO Bets. You can follow us on Twitter at CHGO_Bets. Follow CHGO Sports at CHGO_Sports. Hi, Cody.
What's up, Sean?
Nothing much. How
That's
are you?
the most energy you've given me since you walked in the door.
It's been a sleepy day. I gotta be honest.
It is
with you.
Monday. It is Monday.
Yeah, I understand why Garfield hates it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to get, I don't know. Things bug me. Things come, things go, things bug me, right? And people who used to complain about Mondays, the toughest day of the week. Oh, here it comes again. Here comes the start of my week, my work week. Yeah. I've never had a full-time job. So, I never bought into it. Maybe during school, Mondays were really horrible during school. But for the past 5 years, I haven't actually had to deal with a Monday. Today feels like the first day where I'm actually dealing with the Monday.
Dang. Well,
so
I got a case.
I got a case of the Mondays.
That's fair. But Spin Zone, we get to be here and talk about gambling, and I know you got White Sox later.
I think if I was better at gambling, I'd be excited to talk about this. Because White Sox, yes, I'm excited about them. But even then, Andrew Vaughn got injured, and I my White Sox nihilism just cranked up over the weekend. I am just, nothing matters. The money will never be spent. This all is pointless. We're gonna lose in the first round. That was cranked up this entire weekend.
This is the time now.
It's always been the time for
forcing their hand.
He I don't know if he forced their hand. They forced their own hand because they got a first baseman diving out in right field, busting up his knee because he doesn't know how to gracefully run and dive in a fluid motion. But, if I was better at betting, maybe my weekend would be a little bit better.
Well, I know last week was tough. I know the weekend was tough, but it's a new week. It's time to get back on track. That's the mentality you have to have in gambling, and that's how I'm looking at gambling this week. This weekend went 6-8 after just being
6-8.
Yeah, I went 6-8 over the weekend after being insanely hot for a whole week.
So
it is what it is.
You were 17-3 in your last 20.
I was.
So now if we add 8, you're 11-9. You're 9-11 in the last 20.
Something like that.
How the things change.
Yeah.
What
how
I'm saying?
the turntables.
How the turntables have turned. You know, that's crazy, man. That sucks.
That's betting
gambling,
law of averages. That's what happens.
Gambling. But again, it's just in time to get hot again. You just got to have that mentality. It's all mentality, and then obviously you got to be smart a little bit too.
Yeah, let's reset the show because we started this thing back 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
4 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago? Is it 3 or 4 weeks ago?
It's been almost a month.
This is full week number 4, the start of full week number 4.
Okay, that's a great way to put it. This is we've been through 3 weeks, and this is the start of week number 4. Thank you, producer Steven Nicholas, doing a great job on the 1s and 2s. I never knew what that meant either, but they
got
used to
his
say
name
that
right
radio.
too. Good job.
I did. Yeah, no, I've actually learned his name. I've stood in the mirror and just said Steven Nicholas, Chiefs.
I don't know why he's screaming Chiefs at
Chiefs,
us, but
Chiefs pride, baby. Let's go.
Are we slamming Chiefs to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, let's honestly, you got money. You got more money. You got $90 in your bank. Let's reset the show because they've been doing this for 3 weeks now. We put $50 in our PointsBet account. This is a show presented by PointsBet. Use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. We put $50 in our bank to start the show, and we've only been betting off of that bank, and we have not taken anything out of it and haven't put anything into it unless we've lost money, which I have. So I was at $50 at the start of the show. I went all the way down to $0 last week. I put $7 in. I'm currently at $1. Cody, you started at $50. You've gotten all the way up to like 120, right?
I was at 112 on Friday, and like I said, I went 6 and 8 over the weekend. So I'm down to 91 right now.
So there was one thing that you mentioned when I was dealing with my dilemma of how much money to put back in my bank, and you said you just got to bite the bullet, put $50 in, and just if you keep playing with this lower tier stuff, that you're not actually going to make real money. Is that right?
Yeah.
What's the theory behind that? Because I'm starting to feel it. Because I put $7 in, and now it's $1, and now we're back at this whole thing where I got 2 bets tonight, and if I don't hit these 2 bets, I'm broke.
This is my thought. Here's my advice to you, because I know you don't want to. You just talked about how this is like your first full-time job in 5 years, right?
Yeah. I don't need a gambling problem on top of this.
And, I've been out of college for 6 years. I've been able to save up some cash, but there is no way that I am loaded with cash. So I get it. Biting the bullet sucks, and sometimes you got to take a break. But in this instance, Sean, I feel like if you put $25 in or $50, but if you don't want to put $50 in, $25 is solid. And then putting $5 on perhaps 2 or 3 bets tonight or tomorrow, whatever day you decide to do this, and just moving along. Do it on, don't do parlays, don't do a teaser, even though I know the people love the teaser town.
I love
just
them.
do 3 single bets for $5 a piece.
Well,
and I promise you, if they're smart bets, of course, you will find your way back up to 50.
All right, FAKC wants me to also take 50 of that $50 of the dollars that I'm putting into my points bet account and bet it on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. Dude, it is March.
Yeah,
we are far away from the Super Bowl. About 11 months away, brother. That's a future for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about my future.
That is in the future. I might not have $50 in the future.
Should we tell them they traded Tyreek Hill?
They did. They did. They got Juju. They're gonna make one hell of
MVS as well.
Their social media department.
They lost.
Great right now.
Then they lose.
No. He's saying KU.
Kansas.
Jayhawks.
No. I got my money on Duke.
Yeah. The more and more that he put his money on Duke, the more and more I feel like he's gonna win money on Duke. It sucks.
I can cash out right now at $22.
How much you put down? 5?
5.
How much can you win?
70.
Ooh. You got to keep that.
I got to let it ride,
you gotta
right?
keep that. Come on.
Or hope and pray to God they beat UNC and then just hedge the shit out of it.
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about for weeks. This is the narrative that the college committee wanted. They wanted this Duke, UNC, and let's call it what it is. They want Duke to win it.
Yeah.
I don't.
They want the.
I hate it just as much as anyone.
Maybe there's people at the NCAA headquarters hoping and praying and wishing, and they got their weird Coach K shrine. Maybe that's a thing. But do I think that they actually are pulling strings or paying refs like Cody thinks? No. They have a 6'10" guy named Paolo, and nobody can stop him.
Perhaps they put them in a bracket that was more favorable matchups for them than they should have deserved. That's basically what it is. I will say when they beat...
you still have to win the game.
You're right. The game... Who was the last... It wasn't Arkansas. It was the game before that. It was the game before Arkansas.
Michigan State?
No, it wasn't Michigan State.
Pretty sure
it was like the Sweet 16 game on Thursday. Whoever they played on Thursday. I watched that whole game, and I felt like Duke just beat whoever they played. They just beat them. They just beat them.
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
They beat them by 5.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they blew them out.
I felt that Texas Tech game was closer than the Michigan State game.
For sure. But what I'm saying is there was a lot of things in that game that all the haters could have, not say that they should, but they probably would have just been like, oh, the refs or this or that. But there really weren't a lot of fouls called. I thought it was a great game. I mean, the moment they won that game, I was like, this team could really do it.
I felt that way watching them.
And then they blew out Arkansas.
Michigan State.
So.
I mean, Michigan State was red hot, and they had an answer every single time going down the floor. So, I mean, I do think that Duke's going to win the title the more and more we have it. And if I had more money, I would bet on them. I would bet my futures bet on Duke to win the national title. And you could do that on PointsBet. The best way to support CHGO is download PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making a $50 or more first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we will help you out. PointsBet is your home for live in-play betting, and it just got even better with PointsBet's newest feature, live college basketball same-game parlays. And for the first time ever, you can build your live perfect same-game parlay only with PointsBet. And if you want more, you can always boost your odds with your live same-game parlays each and every day. You get one boost on the PointsBet app. You can watch live, parlay live, and boost live with PointsBet. Online sign-up is available in Illinois. You can download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. Plus, during PointsBet's Match Madness, all users can earn up to $100 in free bets. During each round, just place a $50 pregame wager and get a free $20 live bet to be used for that round. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. All right, Steven, do you have the records? Do we make that graphic anymore?
We do not.
Okay, cool. It's fine.
Lost your record.
No, yeah,
some time ago.
We don't need to. Let's just take you through the bet history because you mind pulling up the bank again, Steven? All right, so I started on Friday. That's when I reloaded. Put $7 in, and you might be wondering like how I got to $1 because I was like on fire. I gave you a teaser town. It hit. $1 down, I won 514.
Hell yeah.
I took Miami plus 1.5, North Carolina plus 5.5, Kansas minus 1.5, St. Peter's plus 18.5. Boom, money. I took Miami over Iowa State. Boom, money. I took North Carolina over UCLA. Boom, money. I'm 3-0. 3-0, Cody.
You're feeling hot.
I was feeling hot. And then, you know what? And then I just started losing everything else. It was really rough. I don't think the only other thing I won was
slate was rough. I will admit.
I really put a lot of money on Miami. I really thought Miami was going to beat Kansas, and that's why I have $1 left.
I think I tweeted out that I liked the under on that game, and that hit. And I did take Miami. Oh, actually, I did tweet that I was going to take Miami plus 5.5 too. And it looked good for a half, right? Mm-hmm. And I evened out my losses though when I live bet Kansas at money line at halftime though. So is what it is.
I had a teaser town for the Elite Eight games, right?
Yep.
And I had Miami plus 9.5, and I had a Miami money line bet. And at halftime was the last time I checked my phone before I did some other stuff.
Yeah.
Could have cashed out. I could have had like $5. I could have had like $5 if I cashed out and I just had no faith in Miami bets. I am so upset at Jim Larinaga right now. We talked about the Larinagites, the Jim Larinaga fanatics.
Yeah.
We're one of them. We were one of them. And you know what? Now I think that we can kill the Jim Larinaga fan club. Do not send us any mail. We are not accepting us. Jim Larinaga, Miami is no longer a state. Get it out of there.
Remove Florida.
Florida's out of the state, and Jim Larinaga is no longer your president. Jim Larinaga's done. We have canceled Jim Larinaga on this podcast and his Michigan Hurricanes. His Michigan Hurricanes, his Miami Hurricanes.
We were just talking about out there before we came on, like the Final Four. It's blue blood heavy, and there's people who are going to be happy about that and people who aren't. And I will say that, admittedly, I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to bet it. Just get over it. So, is what it is.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you the fourth school that's in the Final Four.
It's Villanova, Kansas, Duke,
Villanova.
and UNC.
It's crazy to call Villanova a blue blood. I mean, I guess but they have a long history. They have national titles.
They have 2 national titles in the last 7 years.
Yeah.
They've been to the Final Four a couple times too.
See, but also Indiana is a blue blood, and Indiana sucks at basketball.
Yeah, now, but
they've always sucked at basketball.
They have a rich history.
No. The
80s.
No, the 80s don't count. I wasn't around. I was not born. Okay,
Someone
from
clip this, send it to the
1997
Hoosier
to now,
fans.
the only thing good out of Indiana basketball has been Victor Oladipo.
And Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon was really solid in college, right?
Man.
Eric?
Never forget. He should have. He was supposed to go to Illinois.
Is Eric Gordon that important of a player in the NBA today?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, come on.
He was a top recruit, though.
I know, but like, that's what you're giving me? You're a blue blood school, and you're giving me Eric Gordon
It's fair.
and Victor Oladipo?
Well, it's not like Villanova's popping out like NBA prospects either. They just win.
Kyle Lowry.
He's been in the league for like over 10 years.
Doesn't matter.
That's one guy.
How about Josh Hart?
Okay.
Huh?
He's all
Great.
right.
Mikal Bridges?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. I forgot about him. My bad.
Come on.
I'm the one saying that they're a blue blood, so
I'm agreeing with you. I was saying it's just crazy that they are a blue blood. Let's get into my bets because honestly, you
That's
mentioned
what the
something.
people are here for,
You
right?
mentioned something about me not putting my bets on parlays and what was it like same game parlays and teasers, right?
Yeah.
All right. So look at my big two because I only have $1, so I can make two 50-cent bets. I am going with a parlay of a Jokic double-double and the Nuggets money line for minus 136. Again, there's 50 cents down on that one. And then I'm going with a 3-team parlay of the Hawks money line, the Heat money line, and the Sabres money line for plus 266. Thoughts, Cody?
I like the Jokic double-double and Nuggets to win.
I'll take that. I wasn't expecting that.
I do like that. The other ones, I'm not so sure, but I mean, 50 cents. I hope one of them hits so you don't have to deposit tomorrow.
I agree with you, Cody.
That's where I'm at for you.
If I hit that Hawks, Heat, Sabres money line, I get 183. They're going up against the Indiana Pacers, and the Indiana Pacers have lost, I think, they lost TJ Warren, they've lost Miles Turner, and they're bad at basketball. So I think the Hawks are going to win tonight.
I like it.
All right? Sacramento Kings, bum team. Bum team in Miami against a good team. Bum team, easy. Sabres and Blackhawks. That one's a little tough. Sabres in the last 5, 3-0-2. Hawks just blew a big lead, but they played Vegas close. They beat the Kings. They beat the other team that Greg helped us out with, the Ducks. That was the other one.
Yep.
It's a tough game, but I think the Sabres are going to win. And I know that 3-leg parlays, all money lines. It's dangerous.
It is.
But, Steven, I want you to get the hammer sound effect because this is a hammer.
We're
hammering this down. The Blackhawks stink. The Kings stink. The Pacers stink. Let's ride.
I love his confidence. Like, for someone who has $1 in their bank, I love the confidence.
No, I'm not putting $5 on the Royals to win the World Series.
You're talking about
the White Sox fan to put money on the Royals.
As a White Sox fan, I would burn in flames if I put that on.
You should put money on...
That's a bet you don't want to place and win. You'd rather just...
He should have said put money on Mitch Keller to win the Cy Young or whatever his name was.
Brad Keller.
Brad Keller, my bad.
And to be fair to the Royals, right? Like, I hate the Twins a lot more. I just like the Tigers a lot. I can't even think of the Cleveland team. The Cleveland team's a joke. If I had to bet on any team to win the AL Central, the Royals would be my 4th pick. So it's not dead last, which is pretty good, right?
Better than being
Cleveland, I just want to really bury home. Like, Cleveland is horrible. I hate that franchise. I hate that baseball franchise. I hope they lose every game.
I love that.
Cody, sorry, I blacked
vibe.
out there.
You're good. I totally get it.
About Cleveland.
He's ranting about Cleveland like how I love to rant about St. Louis. So I get it.
I like it, man. Do you know what? Let the old men play baseball together in their funny little outfits. It's great. Let Albert Pujols and Adam Wainwright and Yadi Molina prance around like little friends together, and
I have
let
nothing
them have
wrong
matching
with it.
uniforms.
It's not even the players; it's their fan base that's going to annoy me all season. That's the thing.
You got money? You got money you get spending tonight?
Yes, I got money.
You got big three? You
Let's
got
show
a
the
same
big
game
three.
parlay?
Yes.
No. Let's do
the parlay.
We got a
first.
graphic.
Yeah, we actually have a graphic for the parlay. All right. The Chicago Bulls play tonight at the Mecca. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Madison Square.
Madison Square Garden. Against the Knicks. Their Knicks are 4-point dogs.
I wanted to stay away from this one.
Bulls. Okay,
I don't trust either team. I bet the Knicks are on a back-to-back. I bet against them. I thought that the Pistons were going to be able to beat them. It was 90-90. Knicks were up early. Pistons came back. I put money on the Pistons. I lost 55 cents. So I think the Bulls should win, but I also just lost money to the Knicks.
Not only should they win, but they kind of need to win in terms of playoff positioning. So let's start at the top. I like DeMar DeRozan over 23.5 points against the Knicks this year, and I believe 2 or 3 games. I'm looking it up. 3 games, he's averaging 28 points per game against the Knicks. And I'm sure he loves to play at Madison Square Garden just like any other star player. Next up, we got Zach LaVine over 23.5 points. Again, Zach LaVine he is a streaky guy, but he is the number 2 guy on this team, and he can just get hot in any quarter. He loves to get hot in the third quarter. If that guy has anywhere between 10 to 12 points going in at halftime, expect a big third quarter from him just because that's just kind of what he does. I'm not even bullshitting you people. Julius Randle over 8.5 rebounds. Guys averaging 12 rebounds a game against the Bulls this year. Again, I don't want to say that he's better than Nikola Vucevic. But Vucevic does struggle against big men that
are physical
and I guess in a way bigger than him. I think Randle's going to have a double-double tonight. So I think the 8.5 rebounds is a lock out of this parlay. If you don't want to take the parlay, I love Randle over 8.5 rebounds. And then Bulls first quarter -1.5. Again, the Knicks are bad. And the Bulls need to win this game. They need to come out like they did against the Cavaliers and the Pelicans. Even though they lost the game against the Pelicans, they still won the first quarter by 8 points. And again, they really showed something against Cleveland the other night. The Knicks are not nearly as good as Cleveland. So I like the Bulls to win by 2 at least in the first quarter. And then Bulls money line, like I basically just said. I think the Bulls win this game. Again, there's just a lot on the line for them. They need to win this game. So it all comes out to, I think, plus 11-10 or something like that. Use points bet parlay boost, and you get it at plus 12.20.
Boost it.
$5 wins you like $60.
Run down again.
It'll be like DeRozan over 23.5 points.
Boom.
LaVine over 23.5 points.
Boom.
Randle over 8.5 rebounds.
Boom.
Bulls first quarter -1.5.
Boom.
And Bulls money line.
Boom. Hammer it.
Hammer it.
Hammer it. You putting $5 down?
$5, yes.
How much it wins you again?
Like 60.
$60?
Yes.
Really? Oh, I guess, yeah. 5 times 12 makes sense. It's plus 12.20. 5 times 12.
Like 60.
The math
60. That's
good.
math. That's good. So not only can you use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets at PointsBet, you can also they also do the math correctly. They also give you the odds, and if you put in the number, they'll give you the right number, and they'll pay you the correct amount of money. So thank you to PointsBet for having a functioning calculator. That's what we found out, that your website works.
Yes, the website works.
You got a big 3 too.
I do have a big 3. It's nice to have money to be able to do this.
Okay. Thanks.
That's not shade. I'm sorry, Sean. That's not shade.
Yeah. Just remember, you work with me. I'm your only coworker.
That's true.
We do this show every day, Monday through Friday.
I'm just kidding, man.
The producers change, but your co-host doesn't.
All right, let's start at the top here. We got Texas A&M -1.5. Little NIT action. I rode Texas A&M last week against Wake Forest. In the NIT, Texas A&M, the 1 seed, Wake Forest was the 2 seed in that matchup. Now they play Washington State. And I've watched Washington State play. Texas A&M should roll tonight. The way that Texas A&M has been playing, not only in the NIT, but also if you add in the SEC tournament, Texas A&M is honestly playing like they got shafted by the committee and not getting into the NCAA tournament. I think they're playing with a huge chip on their shoulder. I don't see the same for Washington State, even though they've made it this far in the NIT. But at 1.5 points, I like Texas A&M. If you want to take the money line, it's at -125. I like either or. Next up, we got Nikola Jokic. That's why I said his name earlier. Over 26.5 points. Last time he played the Hornets, I believe he scored 29, and that was in an 8-point loss.
He had 29 and 21. I was confounded at what to bet this morning, and I went directly to Jokic. Our friends over at DNVR have told us, he's good for at least 12 rebounds. The line for points, rebounds, and assists was 48.5. And I honestly felt like I was going to bet the over and he would get to 48 and I would be enraged. So I just avoided it. But I'm glad to see that you think that he's going to go over for points.
Yeah.
Because that feels like that's going to go well for my Jokic double-double, my Jokic money line.
Jokic, the Nuggets are on the road in Charlotte tonight. So, and it's at minus 140. So the books think that this is kind of, I don't want to say it's a lock, but they do think that it's
favored.
Good. Yeah, it's a safe bet. So yeah, I like it over 26.5. I mean, this guy, he can put up 26.5. He can put up 27 points in 3 quarters on some nights. So with the way, like, I know the Hornets defense is not the best either.
No.
So I like Jokic there, 26.5 points, minus 140. And then finally, I know I said Randall was my lock of that parlay, but I like Zach LaVine over 23.5 points, minus 115. Like I kind of said earlier, he finds a way to get hot in one of the second or third quarters. He's been playing well of late. 2 games ago, he put up 39 and put up 25 the last game. He's averaging 24.5 points against the Knicks. The Knicks defense, I don't care if Tibbs is the coach. They just aren't that great.
Yeah, they stink this year.
So
we love a good revenge narrative, though. Tibbs versus the Bulls. They went out on a sour note.
Yeah.
That's been a thing for a while.
It's happened.
You
can't call it a revenge game if he's already had the first game.
It would be. I feel like that narrative would be something if the Knicks were good. Like, the Knicks are not good, though. And D Rose isn't playing either. So I'm just kind of like, the Bulls need to. This is a must-win game for the Bulls.
Especially with the strength of their schedule. It's so hard. But the season, which is like 9 games left.
As we've talked.
Games on the schedule.
Right. As we've talked about, the Bulls are really bad against teams that are like top teams in the East.
Yeah.
The Knicks are not one of those teams.
Now?
They're 0-16 against like the top teams in the East. The Knicks are not one of those. They should roll tonight.
Yeah, it's a must win, but I just don't trust them. I
don't blame you. They suck on the road. I don't blame you. But I'm putting my faith in them because of how well they played against Cleveland on Saturday.
Let's bring up Jokic real quick because it's a little bit nicer of a conversation. I feel like the Bulls just I don't know. I don't trust them enough to bet them. But Jokic against the Hornets, 29, 21 and 5, 30, 11 and 6, 12, 10 and 10, 14, 11 and 8, 12, 8 and 8, 39, 12 and 6. I have a feeling he hasn't had a triple double in about 15 games. Would you put money down for him to have a triple double? Is that plus 345?
Ooh, that's juicy. I kind of like that. Yeah. I mean,
if I had more money, I would.
He could totally do it against his Hornets team tonight, no doubt. Because again, that defense isn't very good. But I don't know. I mean, at plus 340, I wouldn't mind dabbling on that.
Steven, you like the Bulls tonight? Yes or no?
I like the Bulls tonight. I don't like betting triple doubles though. I'll bet the double consistently.
Yeah,
I think he's easy for a double-double. Cody, you like the Bulls tonight?
Clearly, I like the Bulls tonight.
Yeah, but you're putting them in the same game parlay. But if you had to lock in a lock, you'd feel fine putting money on.
What the spread is at 4 points right now. If I was gun point at head to have to place that bet, I would take Bulls -4 tonight.
I think the Knicks win. To be honest, I think the Knicks win. I think the Knicks win. I think you should put your house on it. I think that the Knicks are going to roll tonight in the Mecca. You should probably bet your mortgage on it, I think. Right? Is that a good advice?
No.
When you do that, use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. It's risk-free, right? If you wanted to bet your house,
if you wanted to bet your house, make sure you haven't placed a bet.
Make sure you use the risk-free part.
Yeah, use the risk.
Well, I guess it's only up to $2,000. Go Knicks, as Hefe KC says. Cody, thank you for putting up with my shenanigans on this Monday.
That's okay.
You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Thank you to Stephen Nicholas for his wonderful production today. Thank you to Hefe KC for hanging out in the YouTube chat. You can follow us on Twitter at CHGO_bets. You can follow CHGO Sports at CHGO_sports. And you can follow me, Sean Anderson, on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Will I be broke tomorrow, Cody?
I have faith that Sean is going to come back in here tomorrow with $1.
Root against me. You think I'm going to be flat even at $1?
Yeah, you're going to go 1-1 tonight.
But it pays out more than $1.
Oh, okay. Then you're going to.
Well, one of them, the Jokic one pays less than $1, and then the other one pays like $1.83. So do you think I'm going to win my $1?
You're going to win your $1.
That other 83 cents and lose it?
You're going to win your $1.
All right, I'm going to do that just for you. All right, we'll see if I come back with $1 here tomorrow on CHGO Bets Daily.